What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here, and welcome to episode 23 of For the Love of the Game. And through 11 matches, Queen's Park see themselves sitting atop the League One table, amassing 22 points in that time. But taking a look down, there are quite a few teams that are within striking distance of us. Forfar just a point behind. Queen of the South, 4 points. Albion Rovers, Airdrie, Clyde, and Aloha all sitting on 17 points. And 2 wins, combined with 2 losses from us, can easily see us shift from first place to out of the promotion playoffs. Though it is still early, we are reaching the third way mark. There are 36 matches in this league, so I guess this is the third of the season coming by, and we are actually going to be facing off against that second place Forfar club, as well as Clyde today. But before we get to those matches, let's take a look at any transfer news that's gone by, as well as the matches that have gotten to us to this point. Taking a look at some of the transfers, a lot of transfers out, a lot of them on freeze because they were a bunch of reserve siders that came up to me and said, I deserve first team football, yada yada yada. I just didn't see them getting into it. However, there was one player from the main roster that had been taken away from us, and that is Jack Simpson. Jack Simpson, the wingback, my primary right wingback, has been picked up by Burke. It's very unfortunate. He did have the best stats out of the majority, one of the best stats out of the majority of the squad. So it was only a matter of time before somebody picked him up. Burke picked him up at the very end of the transfer deadline. So we are now without a true right wingback. Not to say that I haven't tried. It's just there is no true right wingback I have. So I'm going to be using either mid rights that I have or defensive rights, whatever. I'll worry about bringing in a wingback at a later date. 2 other big names that have left the club on freeze are Jordan Garden. You'll be surprised to see that I released Jordan Garden, but in the run-up to the season, in all the preseason matches, as well as his only appearance with the club during the season, he just didn't perform as well as he could. And with the introduction of Steven Davidson as another striker, there was just too many strikers sitting up front to keep Jordan Garden on, and if he wasn't going to continue producing, there wasn't any reason for us to keep having him. So while I did like his stats, in the end he just didn't gel with the rest of the squad, so got rid of him. And then finally, Patty Boyle, the 32-year-old left back that I wanted to bring on as more of a mentorship, didn't see any place that I could be using him just because he wasn't performing as well as I wanted him to. Only a 6.3 in the 3 matches that I used him in. While his experience would have been handy, it would have been nice if I also had some of his playing ability, which he just didn't have. So out the door he goes. And like I said, everybody else was just a reserve side member. Now on the comings in, we do have Sam Davidson, as well as I had an initial loan in for Ewan Mullen, but he went right back to Wraith. I'm thinking about bringing him back out as well. Ewan Mullen being the right wing back that I wanted initially, mostly because of his speed. His defensive ability really, really lacking, but then again, he is only 18 years old. He has a lot of time to develop. But like I said, I'm mostly looking at him for his speed. 12 pace, 11 agility, 11 acceleration. His mentals could be a lot better, and like I said, his defensive ability could use some working on. Only a 7 in tackling and a 5 in marking. That's going to be his downfall at this point in the game. So I'm thinking about bringing him in, like I said, mostly for his speed. His defensive stats definitely need to work. And then also Sam Davidson from Sterling, another right wing back to fill the role of Jack Simpson. 5'9", 21-year-old Scotsman, and he's decent. He's basically in the same boat as Ewan Mullen in that he's got decent speed, but his defensive ability a lot to be desired. 7 in tackling, 6 in technique, 5 in marking. His speed, he's got great natural fitness at 16, but his speed, 10 with pace, 10 agility, 11 acceleration. Those are starting to slow down. Not really good. Though, you take a look at these stats and you say, okay, you wouldn't expect him to be playing all that well. However, in the 2 matches they did play, he's averaging out at a 6.9, so in the end, not very bad for someone with limited ability. But like I said, I'm trying to bring Ewan Mullen back in so I can have a rotation at the right back. Because right now I'm currently using Doherty and Andy McLean, who's not even suited to be a wingback. He is strictly a fullback. All right, so now let's take a look at the schedule. And right after the first 2 wins that we had to open up the season, we then followed that up with 3 straight losses, 2 in the league and 1 in the Challenge Cup. Unfortunately, we fell to Forfar, the same Forfar team that we're facing off today, 3-2. They got all their goals in the first 60 minutes, leading 3-0 by the time the hour mark came and went. Andy Jackson picked up our first goal in the 63rd. Andy McKinnon notching the second 3 minutes into stoppage time, but overall it just wasn't to be. 6 shots to their 19. 4 of ours were on target, so not bad, but we could have dealt with a lot more possession than we should have. And then we followed that up with a 2-1 loss to Clyde at home. Andy McKinnon, the only goal scorer for our side, at which point he knotted the match up, and then Clyde pulled away a victory in the 67th minute. We had more shots than Clyde. Both of them were on target. I should say both clubs were even on target with 5 and even possession. So the match could have gone either way. Clyde just having a lot more luck in picking up that goal. We then followed that up with the Challenge Cup match versus Dundee United, which we were never going to win in the first place, and as such, the stats don't lie. McCrory and Davidson both got injured for a short amount of time. I think we were without them for the next couple of matches, but 11 shots, only 2 of them on target, a lot less possession. It was all Dundee United all the time. There was no way we were going to advance from that. We then got off the losing skid as we defeated Morton Greenock 3-0 away from home. Stephen Davidson picking up a brace, as well as Andy McKinnon notching himself a goal as well. Morton getting a player sent off really late in the game, so there wasn't really much of a factor there. 12 shots to their 23, 5 of them on target, a lot less possession. We were just really poaching in front of nets just to pick up all 3 of those goals. A 3-2 victory against Queen of the South at home followed that up. Andy McKinnon getting himself a brace this time. Stephen Davidson also notching a goal as well. Once again, less shots, less on target, less possession, yet somehow we win just by sheer luck. I don't know. I can't explain it. But then we did come to a crashing halt as Airdrie took us out 2-0. Connor Rennie fracturing his arm in this match, and he's been out for the past couple of months. We had more shots this time than our opponents. However, only 3 of them on target and a lot less possession. Airdrie, up and down the pitch, were the better side, even though they did take less shots. They just held onto the ball more and were able to pass it around the park a lot better than us. But then we had a nice little run of form as we then took on Dumbarton away from home and defeated them 3-1. John Black picking himself up a brace. Andy McKinnon also notching a goal. And the tradition, I guess, for this season of taking less shots, less on target, and holding onto the ball less doesn't really affect us all that much as we came away with a victory. Taking less than half the shots that Dumbarton did. Great, I guess all credits to the great keeper, if not the great defense that we had. We then followed it up with a 2-1 victory at home versus Alloa. Danny McNulty and Jonathan Black picking up goals there. Alloa notching one just before the hour mark, but in the end didn't matter. And then once again, take a look at the stats. Not even going to go over that again because, well, the same rhetoric. Following that, we stacked more wins as a 2-0 victory versus Brechin at home. Kept our winning streak up and named 9 points out of the following 9. Kenny O'Brien finally getting on the score sheet, as well as Jonathan Black in the 90th minute to help seal the victory. We took a little bit of a sidestep versus Albion Rovers as we drew with them 1-1. Andy McKinnon getting the first goal of the match 2 minutes into the second half. However, Albion Rovers notched it back up in the 74th minute, and that's where it all ended. So no full amount of points, but keeps our league unbeaten run still going. We did pick up our first loss since Airdrie in the Scottish Cup versus Dumbarton. I thought this was a match that we could have pulled away with a victory since we defeated them earlier in the season. John Black getting the scoring off to a start in the 43rd minute, putting us up 1-0 at halftime. However, a quick double fire 3 minutes apart from each other sealed Dumbarton the victory. And once again, just take a look. Shots taken less, on target less, possession less. Yeah, sooner or later, those stats are going to hurt us. Our style of play is going to hurt us. But for now, we're seeing first in league, very precariously in the lead. And we're just going to ride this as long as possible. So let's get to today's matches, shall we? We're going to be taking on Forfar at home, and we have only 581 people coming out to see this match. Forfar running with a 4-4-2. Of course, we're going to be staking with our 5-2-3. Sean Duncan's going to be in net. Our back three will consist of Gibson, McNulty, and Mulholland. Our two wing backs will be Kelly and McLean. The two center mids of Simpson and Forsyth. Andy Forsyth actually coming up through the youth side. And the three strikers up front, McKinnon, Davidson, and Jackson. So let's continue this good solid run we're having in the league. And let's kick off, shall we? Alright, team talks went decent, and let's kick this off. We get the ball to start. And of course, we're going to be in our black and white hoops. And Forfar in sky blue and dark blue. Interesting color combination, but whatever. Can't really say much about Forfar, as you know, they've been quietly amassing themselves a great season, as Jackson just putting it past the right post. Need to be holding on to that possession a little bit better. Forfar free kick off the... Whoa! What? Their rebound off a free kick went right into the goalkeeper. I thought that would have been the goal, but no. It was off of a failed defender clearance that they get themselves a goal. And Forfar are up 1-0. And now we got to be fighting. We got to be fighting to try and get this... get at least a draw here. Oh, defender! You touched the ball, and then you just backed away. Why did you do that? Forfar have had 10 shots so far, and it's not even the end of the first half. Steven Davidson has a knock. I may take him off. Keep him on, though. For now, ooh, Kelly whipping it in. Far post. McKinnon off the crossbar. And Forfar put it out to touch. And Davidson not doing that bad, though, but at the same time, I don't want to risk injury. Jackson is not having a good game either. So we go into halftime only down 1-0. It's not that bad, but it's definitely show me something different in the second half. Davidson is going to be coming off, and we're going to put on Kenny O'Brien. Kenny O'Brien is going to be taking over that spot. Tell everyone to push forward. Just about 53 minutes, and it was a decent goal kick for Forfar. Now we just need to hold on to the ball and stop kicking it into... Oh, what? McKinnon, you stole it from the goalkeeper, and you shouldn't have taken a shot from that angle. It was a crap shot, first and foremost. Going to make some more subs. Mullen is going to be coming on for Paul Simpson. And I guess we'll make Ross McCrory coming in for McNulty. And that's all my subs. Just gotta hope. Just gotta ride the rest of it out. 71 minutes gone. Sean Duncan with a deep goal kick, but it's easily taken by Forfar. And now here they come on a counter. Good attacking movement. That was going wide. Why'd you even jump to make that? Demand more. For the last 17 minutes, tell everyone, yo, hey, we're down, we're losing, push forward. So time is just ticking away. Sadly, it's just ticking away, and no goal for us in sight. 4 minutes of stoppage time. I guarantee you all of them are going to go away. with absolutely nothing happening in them. Yep, I was right. One final kick, and there it is, full time. Forfar getting the 1-0 victory at Hampton Park, and Queen's Park are now dropping down. They're dropping out of first place, only down to second, surprisingly, as I guess Queen of the South and Clyde either losing or drawing or something, but we're in second. We're not that far off. I thought we would have been dropping down a lot further than that, but like I said, could be a lot better. So when we come back, it'll be the second match of the day, and that's going to be versus our bitter rivals Clyde. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back. All right, here we go for the second match of today. We're going to be at Clyde. Clyde busting out 1,000 people to come out to see us take them on as our fierce rivals. Now, looking at them, they have 4-4-2, and of course, we're sticking with our 5-2-3. And of course, now that Ewan Mullen is now on the squad, he is going to be our starting right wing back. A couple other changes that have been made. John Black is now starting instead of Ryan Waters, and Ryan Doherty has come in for, I believe we had Mullen. I think it was either Mullen or Jack Downey. But either way, Ryan Doherty is now starting in the midfield. So let's get to the match, kick off, and hopefully rebound with a win. Alright, let's kick off, and we're going to be in the blood red kits today. Clyde in the white with black shorts. Hopefully this will trigger something inside of us that will actually get us the offense we need. Though so far, after 15 minutes, there's been a whole lot of nothing from either side. Well, we've each had 3 shots total. Well, like I said, there's just been a whole lot of nothing going on. Finally, our first highlight of the day. 34 minutes on, and Ross Doherty picks himself up a knock. Hopefully not that bad. Good goal kick. Black just running through McKinnon. McKinnon short angle shot twice and double saved by the keeper. Amazing. Should have had a goal right there. One of their players going off injured right now. And that's the half. Yeah, can't really say much for that. Just a whole lot of nothing. Far from pleased. Show me something different. Strikers, I'm not happy with your finishing. Do something else. Let's get out there and grab ourselves a goal. Second 45, we start off with the ball. Maybe we can hit them with good early goal, like first minute goal, just to put them on the back foot. Ugh. But unfortunately, they take it off right away. Highlights still going. They're coming. Good tackle by Gibson. But for sure they would have gotten something out of it. I know it's still early, but I'm going to tell them to push up if I can get there. 63 minutes gone. And maybe we can hit them on a counter. Nope, they take it away from us. Oh, okay. A lot of midfield battles going on right now, but we throw it forward. McKinnon, lay it off. Find a pass. Good pass. Stephen Davidson gets himself ahead. And Queen's Park are out 1-0. And I'm going to make this, didn't realize he was that knackered. But Jack Downey's going to be coming on for Doherty. And Kenny O'Brien's going to be coming in for Stephen Davidson. Even though he just made that beautiful header, I'm going to take him off just for fitness purposes. 75 minutes, and I'm going to tell everyone to tighten up. Probably need to make one more sub. And it's more than likely going to be the guy on the wing if I can do that. Yeah, Danny McNulty is going to be coming out for Michael Alexander, even though that's not his regular position. Just needs somebody on the wing. 8 minutes left, and we're still holding on to a slim 1-0 lead. Time is just flying by. Not much else to report on. It's just been a very, very bleak match. And there it is, full time. Queen's Park picked themselves up a 1-0 victory and bounced back after that loss. Well done, lads. I don't know if we deserved it. I mean, yeah, we had 13 shots to their 7, 55% possession, and by goal difference, we jump ahead of Forfar back into first place. So we lost to them, we lost to Forfar, and then we beat Clyde. Forfar drew with Dumbarton. Okay. I guess if Forfar would have won, they would have stayed in first place, but we are back on top. Very nice, very nice. So let's take a look at the schedule ahead and see where we are going to be coming back. More than likely, we will be coming back Morton, Queen of the South. Morton versus Queen of the South. Actually, Queen of the South, Dumbarton, as that's right near the end of the transfer window. That actually is the end of the transfer window, so I can show you who we picked up, who got poached away, if any of that happened. And yeah, so we'll be coming back for those two matches, and I guess nothing left to say except I'd like to thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Comments, suggestions, questions, anything else, please leave in the comment box below. But as always, this is Gendo, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.